So here we are about to start our second Wednesday humor book. Sorry, I'm distracted by my colorfulness in the viewfinder. And we are going to be reading Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me by Mindy Kaling. Now, if you don't know Mindy Kaling, she's a comedian, she's a writer, she's an actor. She wrote for The Office, she was on The Office, and now she has her own show called The Mindy Project. I'm a really big fan of The Mindy Project, and if you are a fan of it as well, you know that there is not a new episode until April 1st, I believe. So this will be a nice little dose of Mindy Kaling here in this interim period to tide us all over. Now, I don't tend to read a lot of book reviews before I actually read a book because I don't like my thoughts being guided one way or another. I'm very easily influenced. I drank Pepsi for years because of Britney Spears commercials. But I did read a little excerpt from the New York Times that said Mindy Kaling is like Tina Fey's cool little sister. If you don't know who she is, that may be a nice little introduction. Now, I did read Tina Fey's Bossy Pants, and as much as I love Tina Fey and I think Tina Fey is Jesus, I did not really enjoy Bossy Pants as much as I thought I was going to. But what I do like about people like Tina Fey and Mindy Kaling is that their humor seems to come from a smart place, or it's coming from intelligence-based instead of just a whole bunch of fart jokes, which I also find hilarious, so I don't know why I have a preference. There's this one interview that I remember watching of Mindy Kaling that I think really showed how thoughtful and intelligent she is. And in it, I believe she was talking about when she was writing for The Office and how when you write for a straight white male character, you don't have to worry about that character being a give me a second. A representation of the entire straight white male community. And then she talked about writing for her character on the Mindy Project and how she's immediately under all this pressure to represent all of these different communities. And she wasn't really saying that was right or that was wrong, but she was just sort of more drawing attention to that fact. And then she discussed trying to balance that while also trying to make her character a real person instead of some unattainable hero. So like the last book, we are splitting this into 4 sections. So this week, for the next video, read the first 9 chapters from the introduction to karaoke etiquette, which is only about 65 pages. This book seems to be made up of lots of little short chapters. Also, this is the first book that I'm going to be reading on a device instead of an actual physical book, which I'm really excited about because I love the idea of reading on tablets. I've just never been able to make that transition myself. So this week in the comments, you can let me know all of your hopes for this book. And also, if you watch the Mindy Project, you can let me know about that too, because we can gossip about the last episode, because OMG, can you believe what happened? Also, if you want to, you can let me know what you thought of Bossy Pants if you read that, because from what I've seen, there have been a lot of differing opinions about it. Also, I know I tell you guys I read and reply to the comments, but you guys should also feel free to read and respond to each other's comments, because that brings in a whole lot more cool discussion, and that makes it a lot more exciting and fun. Ran out of breath saying that. So read it for next week, and I will see you guys Wednesday.